Welcome to New Orleans and Yulman Stadium. It's the Rice Owls and the Tulane Green Wave. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Green Wave head coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock. Really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Back to you.
All right, Holly. So Tulane's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes the maestro of this offense. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Running inside, it's Jackson. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's got it again. Tripped up for the tackle.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box.
There's some room. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
We're only in the opening drive here, guys. He's already making his mark in this game. He is so dynamic from the running back position, and it's obvious in their game plan and what it entails. They are going to force feed him the rock and just wear this defense down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Off play action. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups when you get a running back matched up on somebody else. It's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So
got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. They'll try to power it in. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
The Owls offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Khalil Watkins, tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. The run inside, it's Murray. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Could be an alley. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Murray.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over it. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. Real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with the clock.
Turning it on. No, he got loose. Touchdown, Owls. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Wants to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul.
Here we go, ready. Go, go.
Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Still looking on the move. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Motion from the wide receiver. Using his legs, it's Murray. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Rice rushes to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got it in the middle, it's Clark. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Owls have it with a 1st and 10.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Grabs it in the middle. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He's going to take off. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And that is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's the Volunteers in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings and very much in the playoff mix. This team is closing in on 12-0. Talk about a special season. Now over to your game inside Yulman Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Holly, what are you finding out about the latest on this injury?
I caught up with the Rice head coach at the half. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The run inside. It's Jackson. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards.
Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the the 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. The throw. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Manuel. He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space, it's Murray. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Give to the back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Johnson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
Release to the back. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boyd. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. There's a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to pound it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, this game is all but wrapped up. The Week 13 scoreboard for the top 12 teams in the country looks like this. To go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. A little release to the back. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And they draw to within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Give to the fullback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
One thing you know with this guy, fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Right on the money. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Here's a little room there. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Makes the catch. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game, and I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Tackled there by the defense.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rice. He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
On target. And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Rice. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Completes it in the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He'll pull it down and run. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert to second and short. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Snaps it in the shotgun. He's open on the right, and he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to go right back downfield, using the quick game. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Looking to fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover. Running inside. It's Covey.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Rides to the back. Got enough for the first. At the 45 on his way. Brought down after a big run right, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide in a season